Okay, now that we have the drug water is all prepared and it's ready to go, I'm gonna show you how I um, pull a dose. So the goal is I've got 300 milliliters with a 15 milligram capsule, and I'm gonna take the full dose, starting out taking the full dose, but I'm gonna divide it 4 times and split it 4 times through the day. So this is what I was thinking would be the easiest way to accomplish that. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull out 75 milliliters, because that is 1/4 of the 300 milliliter. Because I want to take this whole entire amount, but I just want to divide it by 4. I want to get every last drop of it. So now I'm going to pull 75 milliliter. So I just have my stopper all the way down, and I put this in. I already did my stirring that I showed you in a different video. Or maybe I should just do it again. I'm going to do it again. So the first thing I do is like this, and then I do another cross, and then I do the other way. Just try to get all the angles, like a star. And then I just let it settle down a little bit. If it's swirling around or moving too much, I want it to be kind of quiet and calm. It doesn't really take very much time. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pull 75 milliliter. Go a little bit past 75. Get rid of the drips. Come up here. And now I'm going to pull the water down. Try to film it the whole thing. And I'm going to push it up to the line up here very gently. And then I can see where I'm at. I'm a little bit too much drug water. I need to be at 75 right there. So I'm going to get rid of a few drops. Just a little bit at a time. Pull it down and back up gently. I don't want the water to go up into the top. I want it to just be even with that top line. I'm still too much drug water. I want to be careful not to spill any of this. Still, I just need a smidgen more to go out. Try to be as accurate as you can. Yeah, I'm trying to pull it way down and then watch how it go up real easy on the water line up there. But I'm also watching the bottom at the same time, and I want it to be even. I mean, where the what is that called? The stopper. It kind of has a dark spot, a dark area, and then it goes to light. And right where that dark and light meet, that's where I want that line to be lined up right with it. So let me go back down. Okay, that's good. Did that come through? Okay, so now I'm only gonna do this once because I'll explain why. So I'm not going to use that right now. I'm going to do this in the first, very gently. I'm going to squirt that into my first bottle or jar. Now these are baby food jars. I got them a 4-pack at the grocery store. And I'm just going to leave this here for a second. I want to explain about this. This is baby food jar. I put a number on the outside with a Sharpie, and then I used clear nail polish, and I kind of dabbed it on it to try to keep it from washing away when I wash the bottles. So I put clear nail polish over these Sharpie marks. Then I put masking tape with the number 1 on top of it, and then I used clear packing tape on top of it so that it won't wash away when I wash the bottle. So that goes on top like that. Same with all these, 2, so I always know what I'm doing, what dose I'm on. Okay, so now that I did the first dose, I've got a kind of a water line. Hopefully you can see that. Does the camera kind of see that? If you need to, you can put like a flashlight or something behind. But anyway, there's the water line that's kind of moves. And I'm going to try to match that by eyeballing it. I'm not going to measure all this because I don't need to do that. I already kind of have my water line. So now I figured the best way to do that is with a funnel. And you have to be really careful not to let this tip over. So I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to try to eyeball. Might have gone a little too high on that one, darn it. Okay, trying to make sure I don't drip any of this outside of the jar. Okay, so do that, like that. And then I'm going to get down at the eye level and I'm going to see, okay, I kind of, too much here. It's good to be as close as possible on this, eyeball it. I guess I'm just going to try this and see if I can manage it. The shadow is kind of bugging me, but trying to film this in a way that you can see it. So that's pretty darn close, right, like that. Maybe a little bit more here. See, it's a little bit low, a smidgen. Okay, so that feels like that's pretty even. When I put my hand behind there, you might see. So that's how I would do it. And then the last thing to do, I would screw these lids on. These are really airtight, leak-proof baby food, apple cider, I think it was called apple prune juice is what it is for toddlers. It came in a pack of 4. Okay, so what I would do then is my first dose, I would drink that, and this has drug water stuck to the side of the jar and a little bit here. So I think what I might do if it was me, I would put a little water in here. I got a bunch of dishes in the way, but I might kind of go like this and kind of get the drug water out of this thing a little bit. And then I would put this back on. And I would shake it and try to get all the drug water off of the side of the jar. And I would drink it along with my first dose. That's how I would handle that, because it's not going to be that big of a difference, but you do want to get any drug water into your body. So now you've got every single thing in these jars. You've got the whole entire dose. It's just split 4 times. Do you have something to say? You'll have to say something. I don't know what you mean.
Rinse it.
Well, there's nothing to rinse here. No, I don't worry about what's inside of here. Don't worry about what's inside the syringe. Just, when you squirt it out, just make sure you get, whatever. Like, I think I might have done it, but, you just kind of like that. Just make sure you get it out. It doesn't really hold, this syringe is really good. It doesn't hold a lot of extra drug water. So that's what I would do. Just make sure everything is on really tight. And then what I do is I just store these in the refrigerator for that day. And then if I go out, I take my dose with me and I put it in a bag and make sure it's really tight and it doesn't leak. And the other thing I do is I have another one of these bottles, but I don't have it with me right now. And I would label it as plain water, and then I bring it with me and I chase it. So I drink this, and then I put the clear water in here, and I put this lid back on, and I shake it real well to get the drug water off of the inside of the jar, the bottle, and so that I can get all the drug water out of there. Okay?